into action for your university. I know the university has been waiting and we've been getting phone calls and WhatsApp messages as to when you will be inaugurated. I believe you forget that you are the new kid on the block. So we had to finish the old boys and girls, and then we'll get to you. But we're reserving the best for the last. So we are honored to have you here today, and it's indeed a joyful moment to see and witness the inauguration of your board. I bring you greetings from His Excellency the President Adutwum Akufo-Addo, who appointed you to this office. We believe that you are going to serve in a way that will make all of us proud. Chairman, you've been there before, and we have confidence in you. That's why you are back. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come back. So it's a vote of confidence in your leadership. So we expect you to do more and lead this group. Some of them may be new. Orientate them to how the inner workings of a council are for those who are new. The rest, if they've been with you, just guide them, lead them, and let us create a university that befits the nation. And I think my chief director said so much. I thought he was doing the inauguration speech. So he's done half of my work for me. But I'll tell you this, you are the first public university in the Eastern region. And it speaks volumes as to what is expected of you. What's expected of you is to make sure you lead the charge in education transformation, not just for the country, but also for the region. And for the community within which you are located. Understand that some people were farming on the lands that you occupy today. Don't allow what has happened to some communities surrounding universities to happen to you. You are young and you can do it right from scratch. Communities that are nearest to you should have benefit of your university. Invariably, what you hear universities say is that, we've allocated scholarships to the indigents. Allocated scholarships to indigents at the university when you know very well that none of them will qualify to come there. You have to do more than that. Your students should get involved in the neighborhood high schools and junior high schools. Go there as volunteers, reading volunteers. If you are fully determined that those schools close to you will have the highest literacy scores, what if the communities around you, by the time the student reach primary 4, 90% of the students can read and write proficiently because you went there? What if out of that 90%, by the time they are going to high school, 90% of those students will be able to get to high school? What if out of that 90%, when you faithfully track them, the 90% who get to high school will get into tertiary institutions? If you are able to execute this 90-90-90 plan, you have made a greater impact on the community than you came to find it. And that will be the way for you to pay back the community for the lands that you today occupy. But if you continue to be an ivory tower where the poor need not come, where children will pass by your school every day and they know deep in their hearts that they will never come there, you wouldn't have served a great purpose as an institution of learning. So begin to think about having a neighborhood academic initiative where volunteers from the university, lecturers, professors visit classrooms at least once every quarter and motivate the children to know that if they could be lecturers and professors, those children could be. That would be a greater legacy than even the work that you do for the nation. That community on whose land you are situated must benefit from you. They must benefit from you. I went to Uesd. And at Uesd, when we were students there were young men who used to come there and wash our dishes. We used to call them our washing things. They wash our clothes for us. There was no washing machines then. We called them our washing things. These are students that we knew had skipped school and were not going to school, but we're happy to have them. We never bothered to go to a Ijaz Zongo and see their schools and how best we can help them. And today I look back and see that phenomenon, and I believe universities can do better than that. We need to do a better job supporting our communities. As we support the children of the well-to-do who come to our institutions, let's make sure that those children in those communities also get opportunity to come there. By the way, that is your greatest insurance when you're talking about security at your campus. When those students enter your campuses, you are not breeding a group of people who one day come there and steal from you, because they too will be on that campus. So council, I want to be mindful of that in addition to all the things that you're going to do, be mindful of the community that gave you the opportunity to have your university there. And don't forget that you need a high-performing lower secondary, upper secondary school there, so that your professors will not worry about where their children will attend primary school. If you don't do a very good, high-performing primary school, you are not going to get some lecturers coming there because they don't want to leave their children in Accra and come and live in so many. And if they are commuting, it's taking a toll on them. And one day they will feel like, no, if I can get Legon, I'll go to Legon. There's a University of Ghana primary school that my child can attend. So all that I'm saying is that apart from your core mandate, making sure the school runs well fiscally and academically, don't forget the other things that you need to do to even leave a better legacy for the country and for the people who gave you the opportunity to exist. I don't want you to take the villages surrounding you for granted. Some of the schools there one day will be very happy to see a vice chancellor visiting them. They will never forget. The children of the neighborhood primary school, if one day they see a vice chancellor of a university, they will go home and they may not know how to describe it to their parents, but they know that the head guy of the university even came here one day and told us his personal story, and one day we want to be like him. You may have made a lasting impact on some children whose life is going to be different because you went there. We celebrate and appreciate you all for your willingness to serve this institution and to serve Ghana's education sector. On behalf of the President, I assure you of our government's unending support, and I'm confident in your ability to serve. Congratulations.